It's LA from LA Show. Thank you so much for tuning in to LA Show's Hot Topics. Please hit the subscribe button and notification bell for more. Now let's get into these topics. Hey, this is LA from LA Show. Black media, black business, and talent promotions. The sky's the limit, so let's build together. I'm offering commercial slots for $20 on my YouTube platform for all black-owned businesses. I get thousands of views and I want to share the exposure with you all because black dollars do matter. You can reach me via DM on any of my social media platforms or email lashow1@yahoo.com. Once again, I want to thank you guys so much for your support. So we have a post here from Summer Walker, the singer of the hit song Playing Games. Everyone can see what this says and everybody is up in arms about what she did say. So now the whole LGBTQ plus community is up in arms and other people who are living with this disease as well. And I know you guys remember last year when Access Hollywood chopped up an interview of Cardi B and how she also made remarks about somebody's mother catching AIDS and how she wished that upon them. So it doesn't seem like anybody has the same energy, but I digress. And she claims that she made these statements because she was upset that somebody allegedly stole her laptop off of a flight. But my question is, how did somebody steal something from you when you're supposed to be a responsible adult and keep track of your own items, especially something as sensitive as a laptop for a celebrity? I mean, come on now. So in essence, what I'm pretty much trying to say is that it seemed like she was pretty much angry at herself because that was nobody else's responsibility but your own or your team's to keep track of your laptop. Once again, I digress. And people with this much social status, I find it really bizarre that they would want to wish this type of disease on their own kind, you know. This is from cdc.gov. HIV in African Americans. Blacks, African Americans account for a higher proportion of new HIV diagnoses in people with HIV compared to other races and ethnicities. In 2018, blacks, African Americans accounted for 13% of the U.S. population, but 42% of the 37,832 new HIV diagnoses in the United States and dependent areas. So they have some diagrams here from 2018, and this is for men. Male-to-male sexual contact is at 80%. Injection or drug use is at 4%. Male-to-male sexual contact and injection of drug use, 2%. Heterosexual contact, 14%, and others at 1%. For women, heterosexual contact is at 92%. Injection or drug use is at 8%. Other is at 1%. So, in other words, Summer, you better hope that your man isn't out here really playing games and you end up under one of the 92% of women who catch HIV from heterosexual contact. That's real life. That's real talk. And, you know, maybe use your platform for education. Teach people about these things so that we don't continue this same cycle. And look, I don't have the power to cancel Summer Walker. Honestly, she had me after she said that she doesn't like to hug or touch or be too close to her fans. But she got some diehard fans out there. I respect all of y'all, and I hope that you get a high five from her.
Because they're afraid they will be judged. I would say, you know, don't even think about that. You know, just be true to yourself, because are you really even, like, it's what's the point of being on this earth if you're going to try to be someone you're not? It's like you're not even living as yourself, which is like the dumbest concept to me. It's just like, you know, be true and don't really care what like the stereotypical way of like being you is.
Even when people are being mean, and even when people are getting hurt because they're trying to be themselves, and even through that, you still want people to make sure that they live their truth.
Yeah, I think I know it can get tough, definitely. But I think you push through and you be the best you, and especially more recently, like it's become a more accepting. Even though there's, you know, obviously a lot of people out there who still are like set, you know, more in the like back in their days way of mind. But I think even through hard times, just you gotta just push through. I mean, like, it's worth it. I feel like it's very worth it when you reach that point of like yourself.
Feeling free.
Yeah.
Feeling like you.
Yeah.
Feeling like you don't have to hide.
Like you could look in the mirror and like say like hi to yourself, like nice to meet you, instead of like I don't really know who I am. It's like a full identity crisis.
One thing about it with parents is have conversations with your kids. You know, Zaya early on knew two things. She knew straight and she knew gay. But Zaya started doing more research. She was the one who sat down with us as a family and said, hey, I don't think I'm gay. And she went down the list and said, you know, this is how I identify myself. This is my gender identity. Right? I identify myself as a young lady. I think I'm a straight trans because I like boys. So it was a process for us to sit down with our daughter and find out who she is and what she likes, and not put something on her, because as parents, we put our hopes and we put our fears on our kids. Right. And with Zaya, we decided to listen to her, and she's leading us along this journey.
You didn't have to put this in the documentary.
Nope.
First of all, I'm not going to bash the LGBTQ community. Whatever comments you have to say, put them down in the comments box. I'm just going to educate us all about the situation at hand. So in this quote from Dwayne Wade, he said, "This is her life. This is no game to us. We're about protecting her heart. We're about protecting her joy. To do that, we have to support them." So being that you and Gabrielle Union are the only two famous people out of the family, why do you feel the need to spread this to us and publicize off of it like y'all have? Like, I don't understand.
Dwayne Wade, bro. You fucking tripping, dog. You tripping, dog. You tripping, dog.
Shout out Lil Boosie. He made a video pretty much asking why, and asking Dwayne not to cut off the young boy's parts. Also, I just really find it strange how Dwayne Wade made it his business for his ex-wife, Siobhan Funches, to not be able to see their children, the two sons that he has by her. I think that's very interesting as well. Has anybody noticed how the language has changed from transsexual to transgender when we speak of these children that want to change their genders? Since all of this has been going on, I decided to look up transgender children, and now that they're getting older, a lot of them have reverted back to their original genders. Y'all should look into that. I'm going to finish this off with Ricky Smiley and what he said about DeAndre Arnold and how we have young black boys not able to attend school because of their hair. But now we are accepting other children into schools dressed as other genders. So let me know what you guys think down below about the whole situation.
Clap if you're participating in Galentine's Day. Well, first of all, if you're a man and you're clapping, you're not even a part of this, okay? All right, you don't even understand the rules of the day. It's women going out and getting saucy and then going back home. Yeah, you're not a part. I don't care if you're gay. You don't get a mensie every 28 days, all right? You can do a lot that we do, but I get offended by the idea that we go through something you will never go through. And stop wearing our skirts and our heels. Just saying, girls, what do we have for ourselves?
1 hour later.
I'll start by saying I apologize. I did not mean to offend my LGBTQ plus community. On yesterday's show. I did not realize until I got home and I watched the second running of our show here in New York. And I always watch, when I can, to critique my delivery or, you know, the cameras, the lights, the you know, the audience, the camera. Like, I'm very persnickety about how I do my show. And one thing that I can tell you right now is that I never do the show in a place of malice. I understand my platform with the community, from first grade to intermediate school to high school to college to radio and now to TV. And I didn't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm just having a conversation. If you know me long enough, then you know. Bon vivant. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds fabulous. In my mind, it means live and let live. Bon vivant. And I live and let live every day. Life is too short. I'm 55 years old, and maybe I sounded like your auntie, your mother, your big sister, or somebody out of touch. I'm not out of touch, except for perhaps yesterday by saying what I said. So I deeply apologize, and I deeply appreciate the support that I get from the community. I will do better. I appreciate you supporting me. Thank you.
Wendy knew who she better apologize to and who her masters are. But yeah, a lot of people think that Wendy Williams was wrong for saying what she's saying. I think that she was not necessarily wrong for saying what she said. It was just not the time or the place. Especially if your fan base is majority of gay men. But hey, you know, it's the world we live in, and cancel culture is real. So, you know, let's see how people react to her apology and, you know, her show moving forward. But I just find it interesting that a lot of celebrities aren't choosing to educate. And then the ones that do speak up or speak out against certain things, they end up having to quickly apologize. Have you noticed that trend? Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll be back with more. You know what it is, LA Show. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications for more.